Ironmen thumped Logan 42-7 to stay unbeaten. But this year, the tables have turned. Logan came into this game undefeated, looking to give Jackson a taste of its own medicine. Blaine Carragher was out there in Logan tonight, and Blaine, both of these teams meant business going into this game.
Well, you can say that, Justin. I mean, this was the game of the year for the SEOAL going into tonight. The big question was, can Jackson's tough defense stop Logan's electric offense? And Logan, they were out for revenge tonight. They had the home field advantage, and the place was rocking from the get-go. Lane Little, he gets this game rolling, and he completes this pass to Isaiah Smith for the first down. And same drive, though, Lane Little, he tries to air it out, but can't find his receiver. The Chieftans, they turn over on downs. Very next play. And Jackson, they still can't get it going early on in the first, so Logan, they look to their experienced back, Bryce McBride. But he tweaks his knee on this run. He's out for the game. Huge loss for Logan. And now it's still scoreless after the first. Hunter Sexton, he finally figures it out, and he bulldozes through 16 yards here. Jackson, they're now up 7-0 early on in the second quarter. And after that, pick up Jackson's D. They're just going absolutely crazy out there. Lane Little, he can usually finesse something and get away from his defense, but this is Ironman defense we're talking about here. I mean, they cannot be stopped. But Lane Little, he was able to avoid this Jackson defense towards the end of the half. He's getting rid of white jerseys left and right, and Little, he finally finds Riley Nelson on the pass here, but wait for it, Isaiah Smith with that big block, and now that same big bad blocker, number 10, he nabs Little's toss here for a touchdown at the end of the half, and then it was tied 7-7, and Jackson, they couldn't hold on though, Logan couldn't hold on though, and Jackson, they took it away 35-21, Justin.
Wow, Blaine, that's a huge win for Jackson. With such a close first half, what happened to Logan towards the end of that game?
Well, you know, Logan, they didn't go down without a fight. Lane Little, he even had a touchdown with about 3 minutes left in the game, bringing the Chieftans within a score from the Ironmen, but they tried an onside kick, they just couldn't hold on, and it was all Jackson from there, and it was really all Jackson starting after halftime. I don't know what Coach Hall said to these guys, but it sure did work. The Ironman defense, they stuffed Little. This was no surprise. Jackson's defense, they forced their opponents into a corner throughout the season, and then the wheels really started turning on offense for Jackson. Blake McCoy, he had a touchdown in the beginning of the third quarter, and it really just took the win right out of Logan's sails.
So what went wrong for the Chieftans? The biggest thing that went wrong?
Well, you know, first and foremost, these guys, they were not able to adjust to Jackson's defense. Jackson, they forced 2 interceptions, and then when Lane Little was able to spot a receiver down the field, something just wasn't gelling. We also have to take into account Bryce McBride's injury.
Now, whenever you lose a back like that, that's pulled up over 1,000 yards this season, you're going to have some trouble.
Oh, you know, exactly, Justin. Corey Wilson, he only tacked up 39 yards for the Chieftans. This injury really forced Logan's game to go through the air, and for whatever reason, the passes, they just were not falling at the right time for Logan.
So this obviously has huge playoff implications for both teams.
Oh, it definitely does. You know, both teams, they came into this game second in their respective playoff region. Logan, they were in the they are in the D2 Region 5, and then Jackson, they're in D3 Region 9. So with Jackson's win, they're going to get some massive playoff points here. It's basically the playoff point motherlode, and on top of that, this was a playoff game atmosphere tonight. So Jackson, they're going to have a great experience come crunch time at the end of the season.
Well, it looks like both teams are going to make the playoffs, but I got to ask you, who's going to go further in those playoffs?
You know, that's tough. Both teams very solid, but I think that Jackson, after tonight, I think that they have that fire to just keep on going, maybe go a little further than they did last year, Justin.
We'll have to see if that's right, Blaine. Thanks for the great work. Now, before our show